just been given this one. I'm hoping that fits on there. Like that. And I could use that there, like that. It's not the right way around anyway, you prazzic. Just show you that way. There it is. Nice bit of kit, eh? But what we're going to do, we're going to have it so it fits on there. So I'm going to do stretchers across there, screwed down, so it hooks onto there. Every time I want to use it, all I got to do is lift it up onto there. Feely. Hook onto there and go up there about 17. That'll do. Pencil. I'll put that down in a minute. 16 inches apart without falling off. So. You can see that's not in there. Right, now before we say wow, bend down, pick up. Bend down, pick up. That'll do me. If nobody's looking, I can walk one in there. Right, that's on. That's going to go there, and then we're going to put a piece over the back like that. But I'm reaching over yet. Oh, them lovely noises you hear. Right, that's it. That should come off there, and that should then fit onto there. God. Ugh. Fucking horrible stuff. And that turns. Yeah, I remembered. Take it for a test drive. So you can tilt it as well. There should be a tilter on yet, which is by there. This is what I wanted it for. So you get that sort of thing. A little demo. You lovely, lovely neighbour also give me yet another angle grinder. What else? One more. The other thing was this. You're hiding it up there, aren't you? We're just going to try it just to see if it works. Let's just put a screw in there. Well, believe it or not, that's not too bad. Right, I gotta find the charts how to do that again. That would be nice to be doing. Plant pots, flower pots, planters. See, you just can't name anything one thing no, can you? So always gotta have like 6 different names. You know, planter. And that's just a quick show around. It's my mate across the street. We've been good mates for a long time. Plus, I got a black bag. So we did this. I'm happy with. That's so it's not taking up room. It'll come off there. I'll let the glue dry, but it'll come off there whenever you don't want it on there. So you can still use the beast underneath. But this got more uses at the moment. I tried to work out the angles on these. I've got them upstairs, but
22.5.
Oh, by the way, yeah,
we're on fucking camera, are we?
this is Martin. This is the fellow that's just giving me all this goody stuff.
Hey, dudes.
Yeah, I put it on there. This comes off, but I put it on there, and it's
Solid.
It's usable, you know.
Yes.
And away we go. It's a better place because I very rarely use that.
Yes.
Because I find that very fucking dangerous. But this one,
Yes.
I set at right there.
What was that?
I set at 30 degrees as well, which was nearly right for that angle there.
All right. Yeah.
So it should sit flat like that.
Yes.
It's close. I think I'm about 2 degrees out there. It was going to be a planter.
Yeah.
So I was going to go there, and then obviously I'm going to come up again, and maybe come up again. But obviously you could do them long ways, couldn't you?
Yes.
But you know, you could absolutely do the ball. I know there's a fella on
Six-sided
YouTube.
one.
You know, he's obviously fucking professional compared to us, but because if you're using long pieces and you still want it to taper outwards,
Yes.
obviously you got to get that angle. You know, you got to get 8 inches down there and 10 inches up here
Yes.
to do your flower pot. But it was purely a demo, a layout, you know,
Yes.
of all the angles.
Yes.
If you wanted 22 sides or 5 sides or
Yes.
a million.
The biggest problem is inconsistencies in the material, inconsistencies in the movement of the saw.
Yeah.
That could be enough to make that little gap.
If it's a rough planter like that, you know, it's not going to, you know.
That doesn't make a difference.
That
does
was
it,
that
really?
would have went off.
Yeah.
You know, if they're using proper glue as well, probably not.
Not
Tesco's.
white Tesco's super stuff. Oh, that's your.
That's the plastic stuff.
Do you know? I tell you what. If I could get you enough of this, or if you had enough, to make a block
What was that big?
that long, right,
Yeah.
by about that deep, by about that thick, that's the problem.
Yeah.
If you could get some that size, I would ask you then to make me a stock for one of my rifles.
Oh
And
yeah,
you put
yeah,
that on YouTube.
yeah.
I'm telling you now, with that sort of patterning on it, if you put that on YouTube, you'll have people around you knocking your fucking door over it.
Yeah, but you know me. I don't like people knocking on my door, man. This fits in that oven.
Right.
And everybody's making catapults. The Americans, not us.
Yeah.
Not us Welsh folk. We don't
No.
need catapults.
Well, you can go into a shop and buy a Black Widow for 13 quid.
Yeah.
That'll fire.
But these are funny shaped things. And
Yeah, they're wedge shaped.
You can have a cider, or you can have a top,
All right, yeah.
top loader, whatever they call them. There's several names, and it was quite good. I gotta be honest.
In work, that thing's not going on YouTube, is it?
Why are you a tea leaf? I can edit that. Don't worry.
Right.
You want to see the Lichtenberg experiment?
Oh, why not? What the hell?
It only takes a minute, Bill. Now everybody knows this thing is more lethal.
Yeah, you certainly
But
don't want to be touching it.
you don't want to be touching it this weekend. It's got to have a touch of baking soda
Yeah.
in. And then you come in, folks. Right there, you don't want to see him. You know I'm the better looking one. Right. They like watching this because it's like crazy. And then rub it all in there like that. Get it on there. Make sure it goes under your screw heads because that's your starting points.
Yes.
Get rid of the water because it hurts.
Well, you haven't touched that one up there with it.
I
That
did.
screw head is actually clear of fluid by the looks
No,
of it.
it's
but
underneath.
Yeah. It is it?
Underneath.
Oh, it must be just a blotch in the wood, that's all.
Oh,
Just to make sure, yeah.
Well, I tried to control all the flame,
Yes.
which you can't.
No.
Well, they say you can, but I can't. Right, you stay well away, you don't touch. No, it don't hurt, it don't hurt. You watch now. It'll go now in a minute. That's the trouble, it
Smokes a bit.
yeah. That's a nice tree I've done this time. You get a good one, you get a bad one, you know. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we've meted now, lah.
Yes, and then you get a dead short across the
Yeah,
transformer.
so as soon as you meet, unplug volume 2. And be careful of these screws because believe it or
They'll
not,
be hot.
they fucking stay hot a bit.
Yeah. They melt your cables.
And that's it. It looks terrible at the moment, but
You wipe it off.
you got to go in the house and wash it off.
Yeah.
But you can see the fucking pattern in it. It's fucking weird. Right, we'll shut this off a minute.